Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato random nightmare run, where we take a random character, random weapon, on a random map, and try to beat nightmare mode with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what we've got today. Okay, we have the crazy. I'm just going to check if I've done the crazy already on which maps. It was Crash Zone that we randomly rolled. So, yeah, I haven't done the crazy on Crash Zone yet, so this is one that we can do here. Let's go ahead and roll our weapon. What weapon you get on the crazy, I think, mostly doesn't matter. The Icicle is actually a pretty fun one. It's a slightly different playstyle than you're usually going to have on this character, but outside of Sharptooth, just because it's a very bad weapon, there aren't really bad rolls for the crazy. Here I could roll for harvesting, I could take attack speed, I could roll for elemental damage. I think I would be happy to pick up harvesting or elemental damage, so I'm going to roll here and we'll grab the one elemental damage. Scared Sausage, great find. Lemonade, of course, always amazing. We're going to recycle the knife here, because we're using Icicle as our random weapon. And then we'll roll, buy an Icicle, roll, buy another one, and roll, unlock another one. Great finds as well. Icicle both wants to be leveled up really badly, and can be somewhat hard to level up, because it has two weapon categories, and Precise is a very large weapon category. Elemental's not that small either, so getting your full weapon levels can be really challenging on this weapon. 2 tree kills, no crates. That's sad, but, you know, we'll take the trees anyways. Here, I'm going to reroll and roll one more time. I missed a couple times. I could build attack speed, but let's get some luck going. I do want some economy stats, and really nice to just roll into another Icicle immediately, saving us some money. Dang, I even bought 5 luck, which should have guaranteed me a crate there. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get that loot, alien. It just spawned at the opposite side of the map. Alright, I'll take 8% damage because it's a level 2 upgrade. I do probably want lifesteal and regen, because Icicle is a ranged weapon, which usually wants lifesteal, but attacks quite slowly. I'll just take the level 2 upgrade, though. I'm going to buy all of these and ban Sharp Bullet. Icicle already has piercing, and you don't want to lower your piercing damage by buying Sharp Bullet, so we'll just recycle that. And then here, I think I'm just locking all of these items. This is a great shop for us. Elemental damage, we've got attack speed, which we, of course, desperately need. Plant is very efficient, even if you're building both stats. Now, I do want to get my damage high enough that we're killing the enhanced flies really quickly, ideally in one shot, so they don't have time to unleash a barrage of projectiles. Because I have a Scared Sausage, I will probably also take some pets and stuff like that, because it makes our consumable healing our elemental damage significantly better. Random damage around the map, applying the Scared Sausage burning, is very effective. I'm going to take attack speed over luck here. I do need to increase that as well, and then we can buy this whole shop, reroll. I'm going to take the rat like we talked about, and roll again, looking for an Icicle, which I will take. I am considering these glasses. I guess I will lock them and probably just end up banning them for the reroll. Range is a little more attractive on Icicle, because we do want to kill enemies that are really far away, but it's still just such a weak stat overall. Okay, 2 crates dropping there, and I didn't even take the 10 luck level up. So, game giving me some love after some bad rolls on the trees early on. Yep, we'll take the mushroom here, and landmines, although it can apply scared sausage, it's such a bad item for this character with negative engineering, and would be bad even without that. We'll definitely take 15 attack speed here, and then I still haven't gotten any harvesting. I'm going to take the crit chance over the damage here. Crit chance is pretty nice on Icicle, and we should have enough base damage on this weapon that we don't need a ton of % damage. I am going to just ban the glasses, take our free reroll here. Baby Gecko is a great find. This is a good way to get range. Claw Tree and Terrified Onion. I'm going to ban the Terrified Onion. Definitely don't want to buy a weak item like that right now. Claw Tree I'll leave in the pool, but definitely not lock when we only have 15 health. And then we'll pick up an Icicle. I'll buy Ugly Tooth as well. It should help against the elites. That's where the other egg was. I was wondering. I thought I had just killed both of them and not seen the other one, but it just hatched in the top right corner there. Oops. Okay, I didn't mean to kill that second summoner. I just got a little bit too close to it. I'm just going to let these eggs hatch. I think that's fine. Our single target damage should be high enough that letting the eggs hatch is mostly just extra money for us right now. Losing 2, I really wish I could take the wings here, but losing 2 elemental damage is too high a cost. And then I will take 8 harvesting, even late. I think the harvesting is okay here. I'm going to go ahead and buy these items, ban the dynamite, take our reroll. Turret I'll buy because, again, it can apply the scared sausage burning, and we'll be building a lot of elemental damage, and then I will roll. Lost duck, again, we can't lose elemental damage. I'll ban Goat Skull, and I'll lock the blindfold just for the crit chance. We will obviously never build dodge on this character, but crit chance is so good with Icicle. As you can see, a level 3 Icicle has increased crit multiplier, so crit chance is even better on this weapon. We'll take the eye patch. Extra piercing is good. We just couldn't use the sharp bullet because it reduces our piercing damage. And then for 10, I'm going to roll again, and I'll lock a bat as well. I'd still like to get to 20 harvesting, but I'm not going to go wildly out of my way to pick it up. But when we get a decent harvesting upgrade at low price, we'll take it. Just to smooth out our economy a little more, and because this character has really good early damage stats, you don't have to invest as heavily into damage right off the bat, so you can invest into economy and defense a little bit more. More geckos, or of course, Sift's Relic, if we got really lucky, would be great. I almost just didn't see that, that loot alien at all because our rat was covering it up. Leather vest, great. We're thrilled with this. Of course, I do need to fix my max HP. We'll take 12% damage, and we'll buy these items and roll. Lock an Icicle, lock a mutation. Pile of books. It's an expensive way to get extra crit chance, but it does give extra crit chance. So we're going to pick it up. I probably, unfortunately, need to spend my level 10 level up on health. Right now I'm playing at 15 HP, which is definitely not ideal. Normally we would be rolling there for armor or elemental damage or something, but when our health is this low, we just have to fix that. Have to actually dodge the environmental projectiles, which can be somewhat challenging. Trying to make my way through the middle here, but I don't think we die in one hit this wave, but I'm not 100% sure of that, so I needed to be pretty careful to go hitless that wave, and then I will take 9 max HP. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Icicle, buy the mutation, and I'll do a reroll here, lock bag. Bait, I think we can definitely get away with, and we'll buy the mutation as well. We're buying the bait, of course, on wave 10, not on wave 11 when we have an elite, though I think we would be able to buy the bait on an elite wave just fine as well. Our damage output is really solid, so right now, because I have leveled up my Icicles and gotten a decent amount of attack speed both from our character and from our high crit chance. So the elite should be relatively straightforward. I don't want to say it's going to be free or anything like that, because that definitely will not be the case, but Icicle is very good at single target damage, and we've managed to build a character that mostly can handle that. Got to clear the goobers before I run off after the tree there, but we were able to do that, get that tree kill, and pick up a bunch of materials here. Sunken Bell, I guess I'll take it. It can be an okay emergency option, although because I have negative ranged damage, it just doesn't do anything right now. I'd rather just have the money. And then here I'm going to take the crit chance, and then 12% damage, and I'll re-roll this. I really want to fix my move speed, but I've got to take the 9 HP upgrade. We'll buy this whole shop, roll. Okay, so on Crash Zone, I usually don't like getting Curse. Fishhook is sometimes the exception, because it's so good at giving you powerful items. I think I will take the Fishhook here, and that means we're going to end up with cursed enemies, and we'll start building Curse. Small magazine, I will also buy. Our percent damage isn't terrible, so we can afford to reduce it a little bit, and attack speed is so important here. We'll lock these items, and in fact, I'm just locking this whole shop. Any that get cursed is great. Small fish, I'm not a huge fan of in general, but on this weapon going into an elite wave, I think it's going to be pretty good, because the thing that small fish is good against is killing elites slightly faster, so building in order to make sure that we just get through the next wave is going to be the key. As always, Nightmare Mode incentivizes short-term thinking. You just want to make sure that you're getting through the next wave, and then the next wave, and then the next wave. You don't really care what your character is going to look like 10 waves from now most of the time. As long as you're clearing, you're going to be okay. So you can see we have gotten a cursed enemy, the cursed charger there, pretty dangerous. I'm going to take 12 damage. I want the luck very badly as well, but the damage, I think, is, again, going to be more useful against the elite. Wow. 3 cursed items from the fishhook. That's the opposite of the norm for me. I'm going to upgrade my level 1 to a level 2, and then I will buy the injection, and that way I can lock this level 2 and maybe get it cursed. Black belt, lowering my luck is pretty bad, but we have a fish hook, we want to lock a bunch of items, and the XP gain is pretty powerful. Let's go to the boss wave. Weirdly, we've ended up building a lot of dodge in this run, which is kind of funny. This was a fairly convenient elite for us to face. It's not that dangerous when you're just moving around it, and easy to focus damage on when you have a high damage weapon. Crash Zone definitely has a lot higher variance in how dangerous the different elites are. They got better at designing them in the Abyss. And a lot of the time, it can really matter which elite you face, especially, mostly with melee characters, it can be especially bad, but in general, it can make a pretty big difference. You can see that we are struggling a little bit in terms of income compared to what you would normally have on Crash Zone, just because our harvesting is very low. I will take the Ricochet. We have piercing on our weapons, and bouncing and piercing doesn't always go great together, but I think that the Ricochet is just so much fun that I'm always going to pick it up. And here I'm going to roll, and I could take luck, I could take max HP. I was looking for armor. I think I am just going to roll again looking for armor. Roll one more time, and we'll take 3 armor here. Then nothing got cursed this wave, but you know what? The fishhooks earned a rest. I will buy the baby gecko and lock these other 3 items. Wandering bot, if it gets cursed, gives move speed, which can fix our move speed, so that is very important. So the reason that Ricochet is bad on piercing items is that pierce happens after bounce. And Ricochet, although it doesn't tell you this anywhere in the item description, has a minus 50% penalty on damage after bouncing. And so it reduces the damage of the effectiveness of all of your piercing shots when you buy Ricochet. So this is not normally a combo that I would recommend, but I just love this item. It's so much fun, so we're always going to pick it up. Now, on weapons that have inherent bouncing, there's no reduction. So on Slingshot or Shuriken, you can build Pierce just fine. I'm going to take 12% damage here. Okay, I was hoping that the Wandering Bot got cursed. We will avoid buying it, and in fact, I'm just going to ban it here, because then we get a reroll. And I'll roll here. I do want move speed. I really don't want to reduce my crit chance, so I'm going to pass on the compass. We'll roll again. Stone Skin, we don't have enough armor, even if it gets cursed. The Stone Skin just isn't going to do anything. I will take the Alloy. Of course, we don't care about lowering our dodge, and we do care about elemental damage and crit chance. And I could buy the Acid first in order to have higher curse, or buy the coupon first in order to save a few materials. The 5% discount will not be enough to allow me to buy the Acid in addition. I think I'm going to buy the Acid first, because this way we can lock coupon, maybe get it cursed, and I think having 5 curse is better than having a material discount for the next wave, because then we might roll into more cursed items. Currently, our damage output is pretty good. I need to fix my move speed, and my defensive stats definitely still leave something to be desired. Mostly my healing right now is very bad. The coffee, great find. Okay, yeah, we'll take the Cursed Eye Patch, of course, mostly for the crit chance. We don't really need more piercing at this point. I would like more regen. I would prefer lifesteal, but I'll just take the 4 regen because it's what the game is offering, and we'll take 8% damage because it's a leveled up upgrade. Buy the coupon, buy the alloy, reroll here. I'll take a treasure map. We definitely don't need more pierce, so we're not taking bandana. My attack speed is already fast enough that we are bypassing the ball and chain minimum anyways, so let's just keep buying items and ignore the ball and chain. We could lock it to try to curse it, because you do get a higher minimum when you get a cursed ball and chain. Whoops, walking into that attack was pretty bad. But trying to curse specific items with Fishhook is generally a bad idea. Fishhook is a game of quantity, not quality. You just want a lot of cursed items. trying to curse specific ones is a good way to just float a lot of materials between waves and not spend your money and end up much weaker than you would be otherwise. 23 damage from that one enhanced goober shot, and we don't have a lot of armor, but we do have some armor. Fortunately, with bouncing shots, wave 14 is generally pretty easy. Alright, nice. Cursed treasure map. We'll take the alien magic as well. I will roll here, and I'll buy the sunglasses. We'll take the toxic sludge, and I'll roll again. Lock an icicle. I'll lock padding because we have fish hook. I don't really care about the padding if it doesn't get cursed, but if it does, then we're happy to have it. Do I want Gatling gun? I have 3% lifesteal, so I just don't think it's that exciting. If I had more lifesteal, I might buy the Gatling gun just to as a healing item. Focusing damage on this elite. And we got it cleared. I'm going to save the full heal in case I need it later. And you can see we're back at full health and now still have the red crate available if we need it. Thinking about when to pick up consumables, when to pick up crates, very important. So here, for example, I can make my way across, grab the red crate, and that just keeps me at full health for the wave. So even though I took 2 hits in a row, I'm now just no longer in danger of losing this run at all, which I might have been. I mean, I wouldn't have. I didn't take any more hits for the rest of the wave, but it's much safer because I saved that red crate. We'll take the energy bracelet, which is great. Exoskeleton, we will definitely take as well. I do need more healing, but of course these stats are awesome for us. We'll take the cake. Take the fresh meat, and we'll take a metal plate. Wings, I have slightly more elemental damage now, and I do still need more move speed, but I think we're still recycling it. We'll take 3 armor. Perfect. We did get the cursed padding, so I will buy it. We'll buy the sunglasses. Up to 88% chance to crit on my level 3s, 83 on my level 2s. Which of these do I want to try to curse? I'm going to buy all of these, or I'm going to buy all of these items. The question is, do I buy the Insanity now or the Sad Tomato now? I think I am close enough to maximum crit. If I get level 4 Icicles, we'll be at 99 crit chance on them. I'll just buy the Uncursed Insanity, and then I can roll. I will buy the Lemonade. No, I'll buy the Broken Mouth and lock the Lemonade, because the 85 health is enough. We don't need the Cursed Broken Mouth, and Cursed Lemonade adds a lot of healing here. I never ended up with a lot of ways to apply the burning from Scared Sausage, so it's probably not doing that much. And of course our weapons are strong enough that we're just killing things, but it's still worth buying on an elemental build, I think. And it is mildly nice that on these darkness waves, it gives you extra vision. That matters more on the Abyss when you're trying to kill, like, the Stargazer towers before the mini-bosses hatch. But it's still okay on Crash Zone. I think generally the darkness waves are much less threatening than the other waves. They're more of a break in the action when you're playing on full projectile mode anyways. So I don't think it's that important, for me at least, to build vision most of the time. I guess I'll take the fertilizer. It's going to pay for itself in 2 waves. And then here, I don't need more crit chance. I do need move speed, so I could take the 9 move speed, but I think I'm going to roll, and we'll look for armor. Or I will also actually just take 3 elemental damage. My base damage on my weapons is low enough that I actually definitely want to fix that. And then let's roll here. I'll lock a sunglasses, hope that gets cursed. We'll definitely take the crystal, and we'll take the injection. Crystal's going to be amazing for us. Now, because I have Sad Tomato, we're relying on our lifesteal a little bit to make it easy to fight this elite. But as soon as I get a consumable heal, we were able to get it. Okay, I did not mean to pick up the red crate there. Actually, I got a little too close. meant to save that like in the previous wave. But now you can see that my damage has reached the point where enemies are dying basically as they spawn, so we're just in a lot less danger at this point. Wave 18 Crash Zone is still pretty scary, though. But that last 3 elemental damage kind of put us over the edge. Even small amounts of damage, if they make you cross the threshold where you're killing enemies in 1 fewer attack. Do I want a second Ricochet? You know what? Let's take it just for fun. This is definitely going to make our character weaker, but the second Ricochet is just too much fun to pass up on. I am going to take 4 lifesteal here. That'll help me fix my healing. With 9 lifesteal, we should be in pretty good shape. We'll buy these items and then roll, and now I've got max crit chance on all my weapon levels. I will lock the Icicle and buy the Lemonade, because I'd like to curse one of my Icicles here. And we'll lock Mutation. Garden, I think I can pass on. Big Arms, unfortunately, doesn't really do anything, and Loot Worm is a little too late, so we're going to go to the next wave here. So the second Ricochet definitely made my character weaker. It has obliterated our piercing damage. And the actual bounce is not that good either, because it's minus 50% on each bounce. So the second bounce is only doing 25% of our base damage. And then our piercing shots are getting damage reduction based on that 25%, or are calculating their damage based on 25% of our base damage. So buying the second Ricochet lowered our damage a lot, but also, look at the chaos. So, can you blame me? And this is a strong enough run, we can definitely get a little silly with it. We'll take some attack speed here. Sadly, didn't get a cursed Icicle, but we can buy that. I will buy more elemental damage. I'll take the mushroom, reroll, lock a coffee. I can't afford the hourglass. I'll take tentacle. That's really good healing for us. I would definitely buy hourglass if I could afford it. It just showed up at a tragically awkward time. Sad Tomato, by the way, is an item I think people underbuy massively. 8 regen is so much for the price that you pay for it, and starting at half health almost never matters at all. You're just going to heal back to full before you take any damage, and so it just doesn't make a difference that you start at half health. Even on a relatively low healing character like this one, you can see that we're benefiting tremendously from having the Sad Tomato, and starting at half health is just not impacting us at all. We're still buying more dodge, I guess. I will take the clover here just for the luck, and then I'm going to reroll, and I'll take 2 armor just to make sure we don't get one shot in the last wave. We'll upgrade our Icicle. Cursed coffee, great. We'll take a tentacle, and we'll re-roll, buy a cursed metal plate and a charcoal. I have 8% lifesteal. Do I want the Catling gun? Do I want the Tyler? It does scale off elemental damage, and it can apply Scared Sausage. I think I can do better than either of those, though, so I'm just going to re-roll. Leveling our Icicle, if this was cursed, I'd buy it, but buying the level 1 Icicle actually doesn't do that much, so I'm just going to buy the tree and the penguin here, because they can give us a little bit of regeneration, and then I suppose I did give up an HP by rolling there with my padding, but that's okay. I'd have loved to pick up any of those 3 items, but sadly, can't do that. We'll go to the next wave here. We're going to focus damage on the low health boss here. Although, because the Colossus boss just ran away, I ended up kind of splitting my damage between the two of them, so that didn't work out the way I had hoped. But we killed the octopus head boss, and now the Colossus boss is gone as well. Alright, so that's the Crazy. That was a pretty straightforward run. I mean, Icicle's such a good weapon. Crazy's, of course, a very powerful character. One of the things that I like about this character is it teaches you that dodge is kind of irrelevant as a new player, and that damage will make up for not being able to use dodge. We only ended up with level 3 Icicles, which is kind of funny, but they obviously were plenty sufficient. 4 Lemonades for +4 consumable healing. We had 43k damage on the Scared Sausage, so we were just killing things too fast for that to do anything. Our Rat actually dealt 14k, not bad for a Ratzilla, especially given that we have a high damage ranged weapon, so it's going to be stealing kills from the Rat. And our one turret did 10k damage, or... yeah, no, we didn't have a pocket factory or anything, so our one turret actually putting in the work. 195 materials from bag, definitely on the low end there, especially given that I had a lot of luck in this run. Our fishhook did very well. If it had done nothing other than curse these 3 items, I'd have been thrilled. But it continued to do work, so great job by the fishhook. Snowball, 12 elemental damage, of course, not as high as you would like, given that it's cursed, but plus 12 damage is still amazing. And what else? Our double ricochets definitely lowered our damage, but it was really fun. 300 materials from Coupon, well, 270 materials from Coupon on the high end as well. We had double treasure map, one of them cursed, and found 3 total items off of them. That's awful. No wonder our bag did so badly. We were finding no crates at all and getting no luck on them. I hadn't realized how bad our rolls were on these, but we should probably have like 10 more items at this point if we'd gotten a normal number of crates and a normal number of hits on treasure map. Exoskeleton, of course, was great. What else? Our Tentacle gave us 26 healing just in the end game as well. All right, my friends, hope you've enjoyed that run. And of course, if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And as always, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.